So today, I'm going to teach you midterm review 4. Okay, midterm review 4. At the midterm review 4 here, you have a file here. It's allowed you to calculate the total sales. Okay, so we are going to, before this line, before the first line here, we're going to type 3 line. Okay, please, and it's on the test. Okay, option explicit on and option and strict on and option infer of. All right, so these three, this is on the test, so make sure you remember that. Okay, and now we are going to do this right now. So this is my form. I'm going to select my what is my button and double click it. So I go to my button. Look here, my button. I go to my button right now. Add my button right here, and I need you to have a variable here. So that's sales, right? And that's double, right? So let's call this right now. Let's call this a variable. So this is inside procedure, local level. So it's dim, and it's a decimal number. So I'm going decimal sales as decimal. Okay. Oh, can you do that? So first, and you see the red regular line here. You see the red regular line here, because because we did not use that yet. Okay. So now I need to continue right here. So now I have this right now. I have to get these retrieve. All right. So I'm going to retrieve the value. All right, value from here, from this one. And can anyone tell me that it's called text cells? Is that right? Called text cells. So I'm going to retrieve from there and to your decimal cells. So I'm going to say decimal. Okay. Then the triparts. Then this called txt cells. Is that right? And the txt, and I'm going to put in my DEC cells. This is on the test too. So this will be, I have a variable right here, and I'm going to retrieve on this and to get here right now. And that's coming right here. Okay. And I also need to have a DEC as a total. So on this situation, if I click it, I want to continue. I want to continue collect this value. So what happened is this right now. Inside the form here and before, inside the form. All right, after line number 4, I'm going to ask you press enter. I'm going to try something, say private, and I'm going to ask you, say DEC total. We can ask decimal. So I am writing this one right now. So the first type, I use this as global value. Okay, so global, that's global means the highest value, highest one. So it's outside. So once I get this right now, and I'm going to say DEC total equal to DEC total plus DEC cells. Okay, you're going to do like that. Then we're going to put it back, right? So we say this one is called LBL total sales. Is that right? So we say LBL total sales dot txt, then will be equal to, then we have to convert it to string. Okay, convert it to string. Then this one is DEC total. Okay, so let me do that right now. So let me wait for you to see, make sure you have all these. All right, so let me make sure you have all these. It's okay. So once I have this right now, let me run this program. Okay, let me run this program. So let me wait. Do you have this right now, or who still need time? Need time? You need not time? Okay, sure. So while you do this, I want to explain this. Okay. So there are actually two ways to do this. The first way I did it, is I put this as a global variable. So it's outside, it's inside the form, but outside the procedure. Okay, I do this way. So make this decimal total has a larger scope, because any procedure here will be able to do this. So when you have a larger scope, it takes more to maintain. It's easier to make a mistake. So we will teach you the second way right away, but once you finish. All right. So the second way we make is a band. We make is a still have the same thing, same reason, same purpose. Retain our value. Okay. Let me run this with you right now. So if I build it, okay. And if I start without debugging, so this is my file right here. If I put $100, okay, I calculate total is $100. Let me buy another $50. So I calculate total is 150. So I buy another $200, and should be 350. So the reason it happened like this way is the decimal total value. The decimal total value is a global value. The reason is every time I click this calculate total cell, all the value inside here from line number 6 to line number 12, any value I have here will reset to 0. Okay, that's a rule. So the decimal total, if you put 200 here, next time you click it will be 0. All right. So in order to keep the value, you have to be using global variable. And many situations you want to do that. For this one, accumulation, like for example in a grocery store, you have to continue accumulate for each customer, so each customer get total. Not only that, you have to accumulate from every single customers, so when customer leave at the end, we know how much on that the counter receive the money. So all these variable need to set different level, so each customer don't need to know other customers, right? And every single item don't need to know other items, so they need to have different level. So right here I put this level here. So now this will be retain the value. So, and let me coming back right here, let me close it. All right, to coming back. So this is first one, you did this, we put it in is a class level variable, so used to store the total sales. Okay, so now we one more time, this is your procedure level. The second one, we're going to change it right now. We're going to change it, and we did it that at your number 3 assignment 2. You see this form here. Let me tell you something. Reintroduce, and it will be in the exam. A static variable is a procedure level variable. We put in so-called procedure level. This is a procedure. You see, BTN. You see the private sub and sub. This is a procedure. So a static variable is a procedure level variable, but it has the same function. It has the same power, retain the memory, the value in the memory. So retain the value, remain in the memory, retain the value, even when the procedure in which it declared ends. So you can click this procedure many times. It's very popular way when you do a game programming. In the game programming, probably you want to you click a button and you kill a zombie, and you click another mouse button and you kill another zombie, and you really need your memory to retain, because you probably have several try to retain how many zombie you actually killed. So this way you need another variable. So now the second way is we do the static variable. It's a procedural level variable. It remain in memory, retains value. You can be alive among whatever button you will click. Alright, so it's like a class level variable. A static variable is not removed from the computer's internal memory until the application ends. That means when I close this application and I say solution close. However, unlike a class level variable, it can be used only by all the procedure only here, okay, in the form. A static variable can be used only by the procedure. The other procedure don't understand what is decimal total. They do not understand at all. But there's a benefit for that. Why we need to do that? So it depends on how you want to do it, okay? So as a programmer, you need to learn right now. So the benefit is you can prevent many unintentional errors from occurring in an application by declaring the variable using minimum scope. So remember simplest term in the mathematics. So as a programmer, you need to always think about simplest term. That means if this variable only used in this procedure, not other place, why make other place know it too? Because it may cause trouble. Always keep the lowest and to reduce the traffic. Because for this day as a programmer, your job is really fighting with time. User really don't have patience to wait for you launch the program. If wait for two seconds, they goes away. 1 second, they goes away. People want instant feedback. When you click it, and right away they get result. Okay, that's you and me. We all want that. So keep that in your mind as a programmer. You have to train yourself. You have to train yourself. Always use the simplest term. In the simplest term in mathematics, you know how to do it. But our simplest term in programming is use less memory. Okay, use less resource. Keep it simply as possible, because the way we do that, we can reduce traffic, we reduce the time, and increase efficiency. As a programmer, that's very, very important. So we want to do the second way right now. So this is good, but we notice once I put right here, then in case I have another program, and it will affect all. So we want to do this. So here, I'm going to copy this here, right here, and control C. I am going to put inside here. Is that okay? And I am going to type something static. ATIC. Alright, then I put here static, and I'm going to delete this line right now. So I'm using the second way right now. So the reason is that this decimal total is only leave when I click. When I only click this, I have no other thing right here. So we are going to yes. Okay, so let's run this one more time right now. So I remove it. I remove it from here and comes to here now. All right. So gentlemen and ladies, So in the rest of them, I don't need to change. The rest of them, I don't need to change. So I'm going to build it. And I'm going to start without debugging. Alright, so same thing right here. I buy $100. This is one procedure, one time procedure. When I click it, one time procedure. And this $100 will become zero right now. Decimal cells will become zero. But the decimal total is 100 now. So I put 50. I put 50. I'm going to click this button the second time. If I click this button the second time, alright, second time, and the decimal cells will become zero. But my decimal total here, the value retained, that will become 150. Alright, so let me do another one, 200 right now. And these will become zero, but that 300. So did you see the difference? And when I click this close, so both this value will become zero. Do you understand? So so this is, as a programmer, you need to understand the first way is okay, but obvious is not very effective because you are only using this button. Why bother to go to outside? What happens if you have other program to do that, other procedure to do that, and it may have a problem to make a mistake. So one more time, today we teach you about uh, the variable. It's this variable you can use as a global. And global will be private. But we notice it's actually more effective to use as here. As one more time I say the benefit, you can prevent many unintentional errors from occurring in an application by declaring the variable using the minimum scope needed. Okay, so